For over 10 years, the members of the UO all-men a cappella group On the Rocks have been singing for their fellow students. Their love of music and dedicated fans brought them local fame, and recently their success has become worldwide. Uri Fintzy found out what makes the energetic group so unique, successful, and entertaining.
1, 2, 3, 4. On the Rocks is the premier all-male a cappella group at the University of Oregon, and we've been around since 1999.
Back in 1999 was when we first started singing together. It was a smaller group, just several of us, and we didn't even have the name at that point, obviously. So right away you could tell that we were going to sound good together. I was very excited about that. We came up with several different names and then rated what we thought would be the best, and we all agreed on the Rocks. It just had a good ring to it, I guess.
I think they just realized pretty early off that it was a lot more appealing and a lot more fun, and a lot more entertaining for the audience if they sang more popular music and more music that the audience would know. I think the X factor for us is that we provide a free show every Friday at 4 o'clock for our fans. Like whenever we say that to any group that we are just meeting, whenever we tell them, like, yeah, we have a show every single Friday, they're like, wow, are you serious? We sing for our fans 3 times a year.
Obviously, the whole group gets along really well, and so when the group's getting along, the group's having a good time, the fans get to be a part of that. And the more they give us, the more we'll give them. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We realize that we're singing a cappella, and there's only a certain amount of coolness that can be associated with a cappella, and then the rest of it's just a silly little activity.
The chemistry between us is great. We all get along. There's nobody in the group that really has any animosity against each other. We're all just kind of 14 best friends, so it's great. There's a small group of people who come every week to every Friday show. Most of the time it's you get to see different people, but it's pretty fun to kind of look into the crowd and just kind of see people from different classes and see people you know. It's pretty fun.
I've been following them since I was in the 5th grade. My mom and I used to come to their shows when they were just starting. I would get out of school on Fridays and she would come pick me up, and we would drive to the EMU amphitheater and watch them. It was a much smaller crowd then. It's really interesting because especially watching them from the beginning when it was a much smaller following, it's weird to see this like local group suddenly be across the world and have people in Brazil watching them live. It's just really strange, and I think they kind of are starstruck too.
I think our recent success definitely started on the East Coast. Just deciding to do the Rick Astley thing on the subway.
On the Rocks is about to rickroll this subway.
It's funny because we had just sang Ave Maria at Ground Zero, and that was a really emotional experience for a lot of us, and that was really cool. I didn't think that was going to be any kind of big deal. I thought that was just going to be funny for us, and it was funny for us, and we all decided just to go on and play it off like we weren't really singing and nothing was going on, and we were just kind of hanging out on the subway. And then all of a sudden we saw it had like 600,000 views when we got back, and it was like, what is going on? So I think that has something to do with it, but then I think the biggest thing with the Bad Romance video was just the Ashton Kutcher tweet. That's all I can think of, because that got it 20,000 views in 20 minutes. It's like unreal. So
the thing is, we do this every week. We come out and we sing every week. We happen to do a Lady Gaga song, and everyone's interested in Lady Gaga, and we did the choreography, and then someone posted it on YouTube. And
I started keeping a bookmark tab on my on Safari of all the websites we've been on. With Lady Gaga, we were Today's Big Thing, Yahoo.com homepage, collegehumor.com homepage, My Fox New York.
So now my grandma's calling a bunch of news stations in Seattle trying to put together a support group for us to get to the Sing-Off and to win. The Sing-Off is a reality TV show based around a cappella groups. I do think that with the recent success and with the songs that we have lined up to audition with, we do have a good shot on getting on a show. If you want to come watch a bunch of dudes goof around and try and sound pretty, then come on it and enjoy it, And, the A lot of the song choices that we do are for our fans.
The bottom line, these are the people we perform for. The people at Friday shows, we perform here every week, and that won't change. And so it shouldn't change the group. We've always said that these are our real fans that come out every week, whether it's raining or sunny.
The fifth album of On the Rocks, titled Naturally, A Fifth on the Rocks, will be released on June 4th. At the same night, they'll perform their annual On the Rocks After Dark concert at the EMU Ballroom. The show will begin at midnight. And that is all we have this afternoon. That was our final edition of Organ Extra for the year. We thank you for tuning in. It was our pleasure to provide you with a different kind of news. From all of us here at Organ Extra, I'm Kat Wolcott. We wish you a happy weekend and a safe and exciting summer and no challenges you can't handle.